Hi, it's Tom Cobbin here again with a short video on super and insurance. This time the topic is aimed at people who have ceased work or been diagnosed with leukemia and other blood cancers. A blood cancer diagnosis brings with it a bunch of uncertainty, as we know. Uncertainty around your overall health, your work capacity, and in some cases your life expectancy. If you're diagnosed with a blood cancer and your health is impacted to the point that you need to stop working, you may be entitled to claim income protection or total and permanent disability insurance benefits, which are held on your superannuation account. Income protection benefits are a monthly benefit which are paid to people who are diagnosed and have to stop working temporarily or permanently due to blood cancer or any other condition. Sometimes income protection benefits are payable for only 2 years, other times they're payable for a longer period, up to 60 or 65. Income protection payments can relieve some of the financial pressures by helping to cover the costs of expensive treatments or providing some income while you're unable to work due to the treatment you're getting or have to stay away from work because of susceptibility to infection, fatigue, whatever it might be. They're a really important tool for people in their financial well-being toolkit to help them deal with a diagnosis and treatment associated with blood cancers. TPD, on the other hand, as the name suggests, requires that there be a permanent working capacity in order to successfully claim. Rather than being a monthly benefit, they're a lump sum benefit usually, and we need to consider the permanent impacts or incapacities that a person has for work. This means that factors like your symptoms and the impact of the medical treatment and how that impacts on your capacity to do the important duties of your job need to be considered as part of making a TPD claim. And you need to satisfy the insurer that you're unable to do those duties because of your illness or the associated symptoms in order to be successful. So take the example of a manual worker, a construction worker perhaps. If that's you and one of the symptoms of your blood cancer is fatigue, this might mean that you can't do physical duties in a dangerous work environment. And your claim in that scenario is more likely to be accepted than someone who works in an office environment. Having said that, we've still had a lot of success with people claiming TPD benefits due to blood cancers in office or sedentary roles, mostly because of the fatigue and the impact that has on someone's capacity to do work. So we understand it can be really hard to decide if you should go ahead and do a TPD claim due to the blood cancers, mainly because of the unpredictable nature of the treatment and whether or not it will be effective and what impact it will have on you generally. That is, what impact the actual treatment itself will have on you. Things like chemo can have long-lasting impacts even if they are successful at treating the underlying cancer. However, successfully claiming a TPD benefit can significantly improve your financial circumstances and give you access to much needed healthcare, which can aid recovery. So it's something that you need to think about in a holistic environment. Your work capacity now and in the future should be central to discussions that you have around with your doctor around the impact of your illness and the treatment on your work capacity, and therefore discussions around whether you should do a TPD claim. You really need to be focusing when considering whether you do a claim on the impact of your symptoms on the work that you are able to do now that's within your education, training and experience, so your current job or similar roles. If your doctors, including your haematologist or other specialists involved in your treatment, support your TPD claim, you have good prospects of success regarding on the claim, regardless of whether it's the original blood cancer itself and the lasting effects that cause you to be unable to work or the fallout from the treatment, as I discussed earlier. So we've had heaps of success for clients claiming TPD for blood cancers, even when the blood cancer itself has been successfully treated, but there's been ongoing issues due to the fallout from the treatment. It's also important to remember that in most cases, you can still return to work that is outside your education, training and experience, i.e. a different role, and still be successful with a claim. The leading case on this is a roofing plumber who returned to work in a retail setting at a hardware store, and in that scenario, he was still entitled to a TPD benefit despite working at the time of the claim. The other thing that can sadly happen if you're diagnosed with a blood cancer is that you can end up with a terminal diagnosis. In that scenario, you can claim early access to your death insurance entitlement through super, provided your life expectancy because of your blood cancer has been reduced to less than 24 months, sometimes 12, but mostly 24. That is, if your doctors, one specialist and one GP, will support that you have less than 24 months to live, you can get early access to that death benefit, as well as your super balance if it's a super-based insurance benefit. and you can do that tax-free in most cases, even if you're under 60. So if you're struggling to work due to blood cancer or the impact of the associated treatment, or if your doctors have given you a life-limiting prognosis, we think you should check your insurance entitlements and consider making a claim. We're experts at TPD, income protection and terminal illness claims. We've worked with many clients with blood cancer. We have a great relationship with the various entities that support them at hospitals and outside of hospital settings, and we can deliver successful results on your claim. You can call us for some free advice on the best way to go ahead with the claim. We do pro bono assessments up front, and then we can help you if you want to make a claim on a no-win, no-fee basis. So give us a call. Thank you. Once again, I'm Tom Cobbin. Have a lovely day.